Yes, drum nerds, drum nerdesses. Welcome back, like, subscribe. Boom, we are getting into domination. If I'm yelling, it's because these are noise canceling. I got two of my favorite things, black coffee and black licorice. Oh, if you ever want to P.O. box me something, Molson Pilsner, aka Pillies, or black licorice. Those are all acceptable gifts for me. Right, let me double check this is recording. We are recording. I feel like an idiot. Right, domination. Drum heavy cam. Very excited to get into this with my VLC. Thank you for the suggestions. I assume I made this joke on the other video. I assume it means very less crappy. But if you didn't see it, you didn't get it. So this is the first time you're hearing it. Right, domination. Hello. See, already we are laying down a very simple, basic groove. Nothing crazy, not any criticism, just nice, perfectly laid out pocket, very deep pocket she has. And it's going to get ever more complicated, I can see. I love that break. Sorry, I know my mom will be going, you shouldn't talk with your mouth full. Well, I'll try not to. Sorry. Point being, everything stripped back, and it was just the drums. You can hear the room. Lovely ghost notes. Phil? Hey. Pardon me. So you have loads of grace notes going on. Scrub back and take a look. There's so many there. They're very fun to put in if you can get it right. It just comes down to your dynamic ability, which Akane has a very, very wide dynamic range. And all those people that are having to go at me saying it wrong, this is where I'm from, okay? This is how we talk. That didn't sound cultured. Ooh, double kick pedal and single note stabs. We got juxtaposition. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. That's what I'm hearing. Point is, it's delicious. It's like a bit of black licorice. Right, so you can hear that 4 to the floor. Can you hear that 4 to the floor? If you can't, I'll go back and I'll let you listen. 4 to the floor is when you're hitting. Well, it's a different version of 4 to the floor. What I'm saying is she's hitting the bass drum on the snare designated beat as well. Normally 4 to the floor is, if you can see my foot or at least hear it. So you're hitting 4 to the floor, 4 quarter notes. Obviously she's hitting multiple different notes, you know, the 16th notes and what have you, and 8ths and all that. But the point is she's letting that transcend itself into the note where would be designated where the bass would stop and it would just be the snare. She's continuing it there. So it's a bit of an imposed 4 to the floor almost, that feel. Here, listen to the thickness of the snare drum. See, now you hear the difference. So that was very fat. I didn't want to say it when it was happening, but that was very fat and thick, as well as the bass coming in with the same thing. Now, listen to the snare. It's not that it's thinner, it's just that there's not that meatiness of the bass drum. supporting it underneath. So that's a way that you could differentiate two different parts. Obviously, that one prior being what I would imagine is a chorus or a middle eight, because there's no vocals. This is now the verse, so things calm down a little bit. Or it's like a pre-verse. Here's your verse. This is your verse. I don't know how this is your verse. Ooh! Now we got a front view. Damn, this is the first time we got a front view. Cool. Okay, so now you can see all cymbals very flat, except for a little bit on that A custom crash projection there. When they're flat and or slightly tilted away, when you get into them and you're laying into it, because they fold forward, well, they don't fold forward, but because they're bending forward, because you're hitting them in, because they have a natural position of either away from you and or flat, they're going to return that way, meaning you're going to constantly get a much more accurate attack onto that cymbal. Whereas if it's flat like this and you lay into it, it's going to keep going even flatter, and you won't allow it to come up to then get some nice attack. It's hard to explain, and I hope I have, but if I haven't, I'll demonstrate it at some point in future videos. Yeah, it's wonderful. You should always set your cymbals flat. That's what I was learned in university. But those hand-to-hand 16s. We'll go back to those hand-to-hand 16s because that was the main reason for stopping. I didn't expect BC. And those stabs as well. Ba, 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 ba. Great. So we've done a bit of a time change, or at least, so it's not metric modulation, because that would be something entirely different, but it was a different feel. There was a different, let me try and figure this out. I know how to play it, as in maybe not that group, but I know how to play that illusion, for want of a better word. I know how to do it. I don't know very well how to explain it. But you have changed the time. At very least, it's a time signature change. I don't think it is. Let me see if it's a 5/4 or something. See if I'm able to pick that up. Nah, so it was just beat displacement. Right, so it was still 4, if I've got that correct, which I think I do. Somebody in the comments tell me if I don't. She shifted where the backbeat falls, so it gives it a different impression of what the actual time feel is, even though the time hasn't changed. She's now, for example, hitting the backbeat on the 4 or on the 1, or both in some sense. So it's fun to do. Love the hand-foot comp. Love it. And that's a great effect symbol. You're probably looking at me look weird, but something crash. I know it's an effects crash, but it says something else underneath that S, but I can't quite make it out, but if somebody knows exact, please let me know. But it sounds beautiful. You see, a lot of times with these effect symbols, they don't even sound like a cymbal, they just sound like a tin can. This still has that element of cymbal. Quarter notes. 8s. So we went quarter notes, 8s. Still 8s. Okay, so now we did a okay. Paw, we don't like it when you pause. Well, sorry, but I'm not sorry. So I'm sorry that I'm not sorry. But, so we had a nice little groove there. As you saw, I was there drumming along. Da, 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 da. So the hi-hat pattern is following those stabs with that guitar. The foot then stayed that pattern. But then her hands subdivided into that. Listen. Here we go. So she's gone into 16th notes there. If I've there was a bit where there was something different from that. There was a difference to the costume. I'm mindful of time, so I won't go back. And you know what? Though we haven't used the K custom hybrid ride yet. Now, not every song has every single thing, and that makes sense. So we've double timed that. Back to the beginning groove. Ooh, except a bit of double bass fluttering in there. Okay. Don't mind if we do. Okay. See, again, I'll just bring it back so there's a visual of the kit. So, as I was saying, not every cymbal gets used, right? So normally people are like, oh yeah, use the ride for the chorus. No, but you don't have to. You can use loose hats for the chorus. You could use a tom groove, you know, a multiple tom groove for the chorus. You could use the China or an effects or a crash. You could even use the pardon me. You could use the rim of a drum. So it's very open for a lot of different applications. But at the end there, where there's that China is hit, it is resonating, but everybody else muted their stuff. So again, you've got like when it ends, it's kind of going. There's almost a little bit of. It's very interesting. It's very satisfying to hear that not everybody chokes every bit of their instrument and ends it. She has allowed that to resonate through, and I would suspect that's a conscious decision on her part, / as well as the band's, because they've all consciously muted, because if they just played and did nothing for the final note, it would resonate too. So they've obviously choked, and she can choke it, but she chose not to. Unagi. Very, very clever stuff. I love that song. That set me up for a wonderful weekend. Right, so what have we learned today? Well, we've learned that there were quarter notes, there's 8th notes, there's 16th notes. We've learned that Akane is very fond of a double pedal fill. And we learned that we got a front camera view. So, right, I'll wrap it here. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, wonderful time. Do something nice for somebody you don't know. This is very important. I keep saying it. Yeah. Be well, be happy, enjoy yourselves. Hopefully it's as sunny where you are as it is where I am. And again, P.O. Box, Molson Pilsner, Pillies. I will gladly receive that. The greatest beer known to man. So, anyways, you just got to keep giving her. More cheers, more beers. That's it, that's all. Stay safe. Keep your stick on the ice.